Lee Sutton's Kentucky team is 8-0, number 2 in the country, and sophomore guard Rex Chapman continues to prove he's the real thing. He leads Kentucky in scoring. He and senior Ed Davender give the Cats one of the top backcourts in the nation. They've got every reason to be happy in the land of bluegrass, but tonight they've got a road game in the SEC. It's not going to be on Hugh Durham's home court, but it will be in Atlanta against the Georgia Bulldogs. Last season, Willie Anderson blossomed into a star. He's just as key this year. He and Chapman were Pan Am teammates. Tonight, they battled. Our second game tonight, Notre Dame on the road. Digger Phelps' team is 6-2. David Rivers is at full strength this year, and the Irish need him to dominate. So far, he's done it. This is his last year. It's been his most productive, over 23 points a game. They call LaSalle's Bill Morris speedy, and they call a sophomore forward Lionel Simmons fantastic. He was the best freshman in the country last year. He's the engine room for the Explorer offense. He's closing in on 1,000 points tonight.
Welcome to the noisy Omni in Atlanta, where the Southeastern Conference college basketball season is set to begin in earnest. Tonight, it's the Georgia Bulldogs against the Wildcats of Kentucky. They're 8-0 in second rank. Hello, everyone, and welcome to college basketball, a triple hitter tonight. I'm Tim Brando. We begin with this game, then Notre Dame and LaSalle. Sports Center follows, and then number 1 Arizona has to travel to the pit in Albuquerque to take on New Mexico. This game, Kentucky and Georgia, could be a possible upset. A lot of people think, and as I turn to Larry Connolly, this game is earmarked for success for Georgia because Kentucky has been pushed so greatly. And Larry, both of these teams have really changed cosmetically in a short period of time.
Tim, both clubs have sort of a different look than what they had last year. You've got Winston Bennett back in the lineup for Kentucky, coming back off of a very serious knee injury. Reconstruction's got him back and playing extremely well. Gives them a very strong inside threat. For Georgia, on the other hand, you've got 2 players who were academic casualties last spring, and they're back playing again. Tony Mack and Patrick Hamilton. 2 very quick players. Adds an extra dimension to Hugh Durham's club. Gives them a lot more quickness than they had last year.
Everyone knows about Kentucky. They are the heavily publicized team in this league. There's no question about that. But Georgia is a team that people know a little about, really. They've lost 4 games. But that's deceiving. Hugh Durham teams never really come around to the latter part of this month.
Well, they really don't, and he sort of skirted the Pacific Rim, going to Tokyo and Hawaii to play a few games. He came back. He's played 1 game since he's gotten back into this country. I think they're the type of basketball team that gets better in February and March, and you can look for this team to be there when the NCAA bids are handed out. They're good.
A lot of people believe the Southeastern Conference is one of the elite conferences in college basketball. Once you see the athletes Georgia has, you'll understand why. Let's get now back to the studio and Bob Lee.
Thank you very much, Tim. Kentucky and Georgia just a few moments away. As you mentioned, it's the beginning of our triple header tonight on ESPN. Right after that game at the Omni, we go to the Palestra, where strange things can happen in basketball. It'll be LaSalle taking on Notre Dame, and right after Sports Center, 11:30 Eastern Time, the number 1 team in the country, Arizona. Coming along at halftime of this Kentucky-Georgia game, we will have highlights of number 3 Pitt taking on Florida, and also news of a major blow to the Pitt program today. Also, North Carolina on the road in Los Angeles at Pauley Pavilion, and a very tight game in Chicago between Bradley and Illinois. Updating with scores and highlights throughout the entire evening. Back to Atlanta, Kentucky and the Dogs after this.